Good morning and welcome to our virtual yoga class. Weather is still kind of cold here in Tacoma, here in February. Had a little skiff of snow, so I hope everyone is staying safe, wearing your masks, washing your hands, and getting your vaccines as soon as possible. But stress is constant around us right now, more than usual. So today we're going to be working on some breathing practices and going back over some very simple meditation techniques that we've mentioned or practiced before. So let's begin. Come into a comfortable seated position, one at which you can sit comfortably erect, let your shoulders relax, let your face relax. And just take a few natural deep breaths and notice how the breath comes. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. The inhalation and exhale ideally would be about the same length, and the pauses would be no more than half of the inhale or the exhale. Let your eyes close and draw the awareness inside. And feel the breath moving in and out, in and out. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. In and out. In and out. And begin to notice if there are places in your body that you're holding stress. And we'll come back to a practice a little later, letting go with some of that stress. But now, if your eyes have been closed, slowly let them open. And take a few deep, full breaths, a little different. Inhale through your nose and sigh through your mouth. Good. Now roll your shoulders. Nice, long, slow shoulder rolls. And back the other way. Good. And interlock the hands over your heart. And gently as you exhale, press out, let your shoulder blades slide apart. And as you inhale, wrap the arms around your sides, let the shoulder blades slide together. Gently pressing out, shoulder blades apart, drawing the shoulder blades together, deep inhale. Couple more times. And then release. Good. Bring the arms down. Roll your shoulders again. 2 or 3 times one direction, and then reverse and go a couple of times the other direction. Good. Everything back to center, keeping your chin pretty much level. As you exhale, let your head gently turn to the side. On the inhale, back to center. Exhale gently to the other side. Then inhale back to center. Couple more times like that. Good. Then bring the head back to center. And we're going to add to that a little bit. So as you exhale, turn the head and let your chin come down, pointing to the armpit. As you inhale, bring the head up and back to the center. Exhale, turn and go down 45 degrees. Inhale, back up and to center. Once again. And last time to each side. Good. Bring everything back to center. And now sitting as comfortably as erect as you can, letting the vertebrae open like your spine is gently lifting. Keep that space between the vertebrae. As you exhale, let your whole body turn to the side. As you inhale, back to center. Good. One more time. Good. Everything back to center. Let your shoulders move back comfortably without being rigid. And as you exhale, let your ear come towards the shoulder. Back to center. Let the other ear come towards that shoulder. Back to center. Good. One more time to each side. And back to center. Good. Now continue to sit comfortably erect. Come towards the front of your chair slightly. Bring your feet forward a bit. And not so much that you're like overly compressing the discs between your spine, but let your back round. And then draw forward and let your back move forward. And then round the back. And then move the back forward. So think of it as if this is your navel. You're drawing your navel back and rounding with it. And then you're pushing the navel and the low back forward. 2 more times. Certainly if this is painful at all or your back's becoming tired, don't push it. Last one. Good. Now, bring the arms down and inhale, sweep the arms up any amount. Have your elbows bent. As you exhale, draw the upper arms towards your ribs. Inhale, reach up. And with an exhale, push the arms out and down. Now inhale, bring the arms forward and up. Exhale, elbows back and down. Inhale, bring the arms up. And with your exhale, push the arms out. One more time, forward. Bend the elbows, draw down, reach up, and push out and down. Excellent, good. Relax everything in the upper body, let it all kind of move around a bit. And bring your right foot forward beyond the heel. If you can, draw the toes to the nose and then push out, pointing the toes. Draw the toes and push out. Draw back and push forward. Last time. And release. Change sides about 3 times. Draw the toes in, then point the toes. Draw in, point your foot. Draw in, point the foot. And release. And change sides, and be cautious with this, and try not to just move from your knee, but move all the way from the hip, and let your leg rotate out. Bring the foot straight back up, moving from the hip. Let it roll out the other direction. Then up, rolling out, then up, rolling out, and then up. Roll, alternate one more time. And then release. Change sides. So externally rotate, internally rotate. And I admit I have lost count, but I think this is the 3rd time. And let that be the last. Come in and shake your legs. And extend one leg. Nice long spine. Try to keep your back relatively flat this time. Hinge from the hips, not from your low back. And as you exhale, come down just part of the way. As you inhale, come back up. 2 more times, coming just part of the way, a third or a half, whatever works for you. No pain, don't push into pain. And after about the 3rd time, going to come down as far as you comfortably can without pushing too hard. So as you exhale, come down to wherever you're feeling a good stretch, but no pain. Inhale, nice full inhale all the way up. Draw the navel in as you exhale and come down. And coming back up. Good. And this last time, come down as far as you comfortably can and just stay for a few breaths. And release and come up. Shake the leg out. Change to the other side. Nice long spine, hinge at the hips. As you exhale, come down just part way, a third or just half of how far you feel you can go. Come back up. 2 more times. And then come down 3 times as far as you feel you can come without pain, but getting a good stretch in and out with your breath 3 times. And then come down and stay for 2 or 3 of your breaths. Just breathing into that nice full stretch. And when you're ready, come up and shake that leg out. All right, let's come to standing. Be sure if you need a chair to have a chair next to you so you can put a hand on it, or you can do most of this still seated if you wish. But come to a nice comfortable position. Bring your arms up, elbows bent. Move from your navel, not just from your head. And as you exhale, gently twist and wrap your arms around your body. As you inhale, open up, bent elbows to the center. Exhale, wrap around. Inhale, back to center. 2 more times to each side, alternating. And then bring everything back to center. Bring your arms up, interlock your hands, and gently, if you can, press the palms to the ceiling and almost straighten the arms. Then turn the palms towards your head and then try to stretch out. If that's too hard on your wrists or hands, unlock your hands. But try to rotate your wrists. Last time. And release. And roll both ways. Good. Bring your feet just a little bit wider, so they're just a little bit wider than your hips. Unlock your knees. Nice, full, deep breath. And as you exhale, come down just part of the way you think you can come. Inhale, come back up. You can keep your hands on your legs to help push yourself up or give you stability as you come down. One more time, coming just part of the way. Good. And now 3 times, come farther, but don't ever come to a point where your balance feels off or you are moving into pain. Stop short of pain. A little discomfort is okay, but not pain, and never push if you have a feeling of danger. Don't try to, as they say, gut it out. So come down as far as you can where you're still feeling control and comfortable, and then come back up. 2 more times. And after you've done 3 times, release and stretch nice and tall. Push the palms out and down. Roll the shoulders both ways. And then let's come back to sitting. Good. So we're going to start with a few little breathing practices which help us to let go of stress. So the way our body's nervous system is built up and put together, the inhales tend to excite the nervous system. The exhales tend to relax. So it's the sympathetic and the parasympathetic sides of the nervous system. So what I'd like you to do is find your breath. Don't try to force it, because trying to be very forceful and change your breath is stress-inducing. But allowing it to go in the direction we want helps you to release. And so just begin. You can have your eyes partially closed, or you can close them all the way. But inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Yes, both in and out through the nose, nice, full, deep breaths. Having those little pauses, the inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And in any way that's comfortable for you, try to bring the inhale and exhale to be about the same length. If you wish to yourself in your head, you could count like 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Exhale, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. If that's too long, make it a 3 or even a 2 count. But just bringing the inhale and the exhale even. And let the pauses be no more than half the length of the inhale and exhale. Now that you have the feeling of what we call a 2-to-1 ratio, without necessarily counting, but just feeling it and being very gentle with yourself, begin to lengthen your exhale, just slightly each time, but letting your exhale be a little bit longer than the inhale, and the pause is still the same length. Inhaling, pause, slightly longer exhale, pause. Inhale and pause, exhale and pause. And just think about that. Now, part of what we want to do with these practices is help turn down the volume of that inner monologue, the thoughts where we're always talking to ourselves. And unfortunately, what we say is often pretty critical or fearful. And so we want to turn down the volume and just let our thoughts come as they will, but not attaching ourselves, especially to negative or fearful thoughts, but bringing it back to feeling the breath. And deliberately lengthening the exhale and watching your breath and feeling it helps us to move away from that mental chatter. But sometimes it's really distracting, so we want to engage all the other senses and moving away from the chatter. And one way is the sensation of touch. And so what I'd like you to do is bring the thumb and the first finger together. And I'll show you with it in the air, but then we're going to be doing it with the hand down so your arm can relax. So as you exhale, slide the thumb down to the palm, As you inhale, slide up to the fingertip. Sliding down, sliding up. And imagine that you're rolling like a BB or a small marble. Let your arm relax. As you exhale, roll towards the palm. As you inhale, back to the fingertip. And just imagine as fully as you can the sensation of rolling a BB or a marble. And our minds love words. So you've engaged the sensation of the breath, you've engaged the tactile feeling of the hand. So give your mind some words. And so as you exhale and you roll your fingers towards the palm, think to yourself, breathing out. As you inhale and come to the fingertip, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And then after a while, go ahead and turn your hands so both palms are down. And just sit with a clear mind. Thoughts will come, but don't cling to them. Just let them go like they're clouds floating across the sky. And very gently let your awareness begin to return to the space. Slowly let movement return, like rolling the shoulders, flexing and extending the hands, shaking the legs a little. If your eyes aren't open, let your eyes gently open. And so that simple techniques, breathing in, breathing out, letting the exhale become slightly longer than the inhale. Sensation, if it's difficult because of arthritis or something to move the hands, just hold the fingertip together and feel like you're just rolling it, the little marble or BB, without having to do a lot of movement, where if it creates pain, it's going to distract you and it's going to create more stress. So the main reason for a lot of the yoga movements is to get your body to the point where you can sit or lie still and not be distracted by discomfort or pain. That was the whole way all these weird poses got started, is to prepare you to be able to meditate or release some of the tensions. And if you have a lot of chatter still going on, give yourself what's often referred to as a mantra or an affirmation. It can be as simple as I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Or one that I always like is to think as you're inhaling and exhaling phrases like breathing in stills the mind, breathing out calms the body. Breathe in, still mind. Breathe out, calm body. Still, calm. So everyone, have a wonderful week. Stay warm, stay safe, and be open to new things in the world.